Time for our wildly popular Sandlot to the Show. You guys send in videos of your young players. Our analysts, in this case D-Ro and the Hall of Famer Pedro Martinez, break them down. D-Ro?
Yeah, I love this. I mean, this is right up my alley. I got an 11-year-old at home. Every weekend we got tournaments, and I'm trying to break him down as well as these kids. So let's dive in, Pedro. I got Micah first. And the reason I wanted to pull up Micah real quick, first things first, I love everything about your swing. Okay, pause it. He does a lot of things good. Lucas, get him back to, like, address right there. Weight on the inside of the back knee. Make sure the weight, Micah, doesn't get outside. Keep it focused on the inside half of that back knee. I love everything about this. The one thing I noticed when I looked at this, you have this tee set up aggressively inside. I do this at home with my 11-year-old because it promotes bat path. One thing I'll say to you, I was telling Pedro, if you can stay inside that baseball, then you start working the tee diagonally back, right? So you want to hit the pitch away back here. One thing I was telling Pedro is when I got to the big leagues, I used to set balls on the tee for a lot of different big leaguers, veteran players, and they would say to me, do it right. Put the ball on the tee the right way. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You got an aiming point on the baseball for your hands. For me, it was always this big league, you know, the big league brand right there, that guy, the logo. I used to set something up, whether it's writing. You see golfers do this, the way they line up their putts. Take it a step further. Give your hands kind of that aiming spot. But hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. That's a clean move. All right, Deuce. I saw this last night. I'm like, please, can I have Deuce? Because that is roasted. I don't know how old you are, but I got a spot on a team if you want to come move to Atlanta, Georgia.
Look at that complete swing.
It's beautiful. The only thing I would say to you, Deuce, there's more in there.
Yep.
You're actually not at your most powerful position right here. Watch your kind of backside collapse a little bit. So you're punching, think about it like punching your brother or sister kidding around. You're punching at this
Oh, don't
position.
do that.
I know, don't do that, but give yourself the visual, right? You want to be in this position. I think you could shorten this stride. Just instead of glide, and Lucas, bring it back one more time. Watch this thing glide a little bit. Glide, 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 and it gets a little deep out here, right? Just be conscious and maybe in your drills before you go into the game. Shorten it up because I think that tree in left field is calling your name.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Cade. Let's get a little defense. Right up my alley. Love the fact you're using kind of that mallet paddle glove to work the hands.
Pancake.
The pancake glove. One thing I'll say, like right there, I deal with this a lot with the 11-year-olds. The throw is just as important as you fielding the ball. No, it's not going to do me any good if you field it clean and you're out of position and rifle it over the first baseman's head. Because at your age, you ain't got Derek Lee at first base picking you. So I would say just make sure you're not overrunning it where you almost get ahead of your hands a little bit. Jimmy Williams, old school Jimmy Williams.
Mm-hmm.
You play for him?
Yes, I did.
He used to tell us on the backfield, you field, bring to the belt. It's always that gathering spot, right? You see a lot of guys field out here, you lose it. Bring it to the belt and gather yourself. I love it.
I also see in this kid that if after he catches the ball, he could probably spread his legs a little bit more to get in a better angle to throw the ball.
Bang.
Because it's a little short.
And if you make an error behind him.
Oh boy, oh boy. I'll put me in a tough position.
All right, here's Braylon for Pedro.
Braylon. Oh, pretty good angle. Pretty good angle. Let me see. You just got to be cautious with the drifting. You got to have your back foot in position right there. Before you start, you need to have that back foot in position. But the arm angle is great. I would just say...
like gather a little bit more up there?
Gather yourself a little bit more close. Get the glove closer to your body. See it right there?
Yeah.
It separates a little early, but the arm angle is great. See the drifting on that foot? You want to have that foot in the proper position before you start. What you want to do is you get a hold of your rubber right there, and then you start your movement. But it's got to be close to your body, not away from your body, because it leads to you to fly open. And he has a pretty good arm angle, so you want to have it close. Try to separate right on top of the rubber, and then start your movement. Stay on that back leg, just like hitting.
Yeah.
And then deliver the ball. And he has a pretty strong arm and a very good release point.
I'm gonna give you mad love for having that pitcher's mound.
Oh yeah,
at the complex.
yeah. Here we got another one. Here we go.
This is Logan right here. Logan looks like he knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, just the separation. Like I told you, you watch, he separates out front. See the separation? Watch the separation. It needs to happen behind the rubber, and he's doing it right here. What that does is it takes your front arm and forces you to fly open and doesn't allow you to get in a strong position like you said earlier.
You want to separate back behind?
Back there, yeah. Back there to get in a proper position, and then angle with your, front elbow.
As he's going forward.
Yeah, because if you stay in your back leg and you separate behind the rubber, you have enough time to get in position and then have this to balance yourself and then pull and transfer to a release point.
Logan, please.
Logan?
Digest this, breathe it, live it.
Yeah, Logan.
This is Jackson right here.
Jackson, pretty tall guy, yeah? Imposing body. But once again, you see the separation?
Yeah, you're big on that.
Yeah, I'm big on that because he's gonna need it.
Get him the separation, Lucas, because I want Pedro to make this point, because I didn't even notice going in. Soon as he separates, right, keep going, run it.
Keep going, see?
Nah,
right
yeah.
there? He
One
needs
more.
to separate in the back over here, towards the back. He's gonna be separating somewhere around here. See that? The front arm is already gone, see?
Yup.
It's already gone. Plus, he has a little hitch on the elbow. I think he may want to stand that arm a little bit more, work on extension. Plus, the back foot is not in the proper position. You can see that he does that. Watch the back foot. Freeze it.
Yeah.
Freeze it. See?
You got to use these things.
You got to be in line with the rubber right there. That leads for him to the toe and loses power. He's gonna be lifting that foot forward and he's gonna lose power. You wanna stay like you said when you were hitting, with the strength inside your knee. And that's what he doesn't have. Because he went like that, most likely he'll go forward and across his body, because he's gonna leave the heel of his shoes and he's gonna go to the toes.
I always tell certain parents, like, some people are just like born to do certain things, right? You can make a ball player, but sometimes there's some kids that are just naturally gifted.
Yeah.
We got a 2-year-old send in a sandlot to the show.
Boom.
What is that? That's as clean as it gets. I mean, does he step in the bucket a smidge? Yeah. He's 2. Look at the back path. Drop it in the zone. Stay square.
Look at the finish.
Man.
You know what we're
Don't
missing?
change a thing.
Don't change a thing, and we're lacking a little pimp.
Yes, he's wearing rain boots, for God's sake.
Boom. Now we need him to flip the bat.
He's like, I just want to go watch Doc McStuffin.
Pimp it, boy.
All right,
Pimp
let's
it.
go, Robert.
I love it. You know what? I'd love to see a major leaguer in galoshes. Absolutely.